I get nervous whenever the owners are excited about something and how they sort of been using us in the media to send this message out. What do you make of, is this one-sided with the owners versus the players?
Hey, Dan, I do have to comment. You use those three words. I remember going on set at SportsCenter or NFL Live and hearing my producer tell me in my ear, hey, Andrew, dumb it down.
Well.
So anyway, you're right. Listen, the owners want this deal. And why do they want the deal? Because they want to go to the networks, digital media, sponsors, et cetera, and say, hey, we got 10 years of labor peace. Don't worry about it. There's no lockout. There's no strike. There's no work stoppage. Buy in and spend all the money you have because we're a product that's going to continue. They want the deal now rather than the uncertainty of potential labor problems in 13 months. I get it. The question is, are the players using this leverage enough to get the concessions that they want? And what have we heard from players the past 1, 2, 5, 10 years? No way, no how, we're playing more than 16 games. And so much hypocrisy from the NFL talking about safety and health while wanting us to play more games. Yet, here we are. We're talking about a deal being voted on today that includes an extra game, more inventory for teams, which is great. Is it great for players? You know, we can talk about some of the deal points. It just seems like they could get more out of this for the leverage they have, which they never have leverage, because they want the deal so bad, the owners.
Well, I don't want a 10-year deal. If I'm a member of the Players Association, like 10 years is an eternity. And it feels like, you know, maybe 5 years, because I don't know what media is going to be like then. I don't know if it's, you know, I know you like to say, I like what's in front of me and I know what's in front of me, and that's great. The NFL keeps growing and growing and growing. It feels like in 5 years, this deal is going to be outdated.
Yeah, I mean, that's my first criticism. I just don't get the idea of a decade-long deal, and no other PA has this. They have 5-year deals or 7, 8-year deals that have opt-outs after 3 or 4. You know, I know why the owners want a 10-year deal, of course, but like you just said, the economics are going to look so different in maybe even 2 years with the new media companies. And again, the new media deals are not just going to be ESPN, ABC, NBC, Fox. They're going to include Google and Yahoo and Twitter and Amazon. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the NFL being very strategic in the way they negotiate, and I did it for 10 years as a player negotiator. I'm honest. What I did was I tried to entice players to take a deal with a lot of upfront and early enticements, and then you lock them in with cost certainty for a lot. Listen, some of the things that are going to be on that NFLPA conference call today is going to be, hey, guys, 100,000 increase on the minimums, and $100 million in 2020 that we wouldn't have if we didn't do this deal. Well, $100 million is $3 million per team. Come on. And then, you know, and then you get to 47% and you get to 48% and 48.5%, which sounds good, but then it stops. Then you got 8 years. You brought up my first and maybe major criticism, like, why are we doing a 10-year deal with no opt-outs?
But I also worry about the haves and the have-nots here too, Andrew, because these guys who are already making their money, and now you're adding a 17th game, and if your contract's already signed, you know, is there a cap on how much you can earn for that 17th game? It's great for the backup linebacker, but, you know, Aaron Rodgers and J.J. Watt, you know, trotting out there, they can't be too thrilled about this, I would imagine.
I don't get this, Dan. If the NFL really wants to make a deal, why do this? You know, why do this? Why make players that make more than $200,000 a week? And I know people are like, that's so much money. But listen, these are high-value people in the entertainment industry. So if Aaron or Russell Wilson or by that time Pat Mahomes or whoever it is taking a 20, 30, 50, 100% pay cut, you know, why is the NFL even proposing that? oh, by the way, with the 17 games, the guys who make a lot of money are going to take a big haircut. I mean, come on. What is in the NFL's reasoning that they just wouldn't pay the pro rata portion of that 17th game starting next year? To me, if the NFL really wants to make a deal, and maybe they're holding this little point we're talking about as the closer, maybe, but it just seems to me odd they're trying to make a deal with that provision.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.